Hey, what is up, guys? You were just inside of my protein. What is up, YouTube squad? Had to switch up that quick intro really quick. I'm always keeping you guys guessing. As promised, I'm back with a video. Wanted to talk to you guys about the peak of my lean bulk. It is it is March 29th. I'm cutting April 1st. This Saturday. I'm excited, but I want to show you guys my progression, where I've come, where I started, and where I'm ending. So there will be commentary. They're all going to be photos from my Instagram. I'll link that down below. If you want to follow it, you can follow my journey through this cut phase or shredding season. And also you can just follow because I post a ton of free videos and new technique to exercises to help you do something new and incorporate it in your gym routine. So enjoy the ride, guys. I'm going to hit the intro. And stick around because after the commentary with my progression photos, I'm going to talk about what you can do and what you should do to make your bulking the next time you do it the best way and the most successful one yet. Hit that intro and stick around. Alright guys, here is my couple progression photos from my Instagram. I have it tagged in my photo, but the left picture you see right now was pretty much the end of my cut last year, and the picture to the right is probably like 4 months into my lean bulk. You can see the size of my shoulders and arms really improved, really focusing on my back and rear delts. When it comes to my training, I was training 6 days a week, hitting each muscle group twice. My splits were back and bi, chest, shoulder, tri, and a leg and hamstring dominant leg day. So I was doing each muscle group twice, which for me is a good steady repetition and frequency to really emphasize and stimulate muscle growth. So everybody's different, but for most people, 2 times a week for each muscle group is where we really see progress for our lean bulk. So here's a picture of my back, which really blew up. I really wanted to work on that V taper, really wide lats, and then a slim waist. Arms really not a huge emphasis, but I did hit those 4 times a week, 2 time bi, 2 time tri. Calories, I was eating close to 3,200, gaining weight at a nice steady rate, probably close to 2 pounds a month, which is I'm okay with that. Some people want to do more. I'm not really too worried about it. And then probably the last 2 months I was taking in probably closer to 3,500, and I capped in right around 174.4, and I started my bulk probably like close to 161, 162. So the next picture you're going to see right here is progression of my abs. The first picture at the top was probably I was about 20 years old, and the bottom right, the one where my abs are most defined, is again probably 3 or 4 months into my bulking phase. You could really see, you know, the definition and size has really improved, and these 4 pictures combined is probably over almost 4, maybe even 5 years of progression. But you know, I played around with heavy weights between 6 to 8 reps, you know, 5 to 4 sets, and then also more hypertrophy lifts, things like 10, 12, even 15 burnouts and things like that. So that's really the key when it comes to my training, knowing what I want to blow up and what I want to emphasize. Obviously get stronger across the board, but that was my main focus. And then my last picture is my legs. Genetically, I just have strong legs from playing soccer and football and a bunch of sports, but definition is still there. Mass is definitely got a little bit bigger. So just pictures showing you guys. I didn't want to do videos, but you know, documenting my progression and things like that. So if you have any questions when it comes to any, you know, my lifts specifically, exercises, I have no problem answering that. But I just wanted to show you guys my progression in terms of each muscle group for the most part. So now I'm going to talk to you guys about setting up a game plan. This one is going to be a video clip. So thank you guys for watching. Check out my Instagram for more progression pictures, and catch you guys in the next clip. Alright guys, I am back. With the commentary, really quick, talking to you guys about your lean bulk and what you should do. So I talked about in my progression photos in the commentary what I did, my goals, my personal things, but that may not apply to you. So what you could do is try to figure it out and jumble it to make it make sense to you, for you, and you could also listen to what I'm about to say. So the first thing is first. You want to come up with a goal, many goals. You need to figure out what your stronger points are and what your weaker points are. So like I said, for me, I'm very well endowed in my legs. I played soccer for 13 years. I have thick legs. I'm strong. I'm great at squats. Legs are fine. I have strong legs. My rear delts kind of suck. So I wanted to hammer those out. I really wanted to blow up my arms and my back. So I'm a big fan of that V taper where you have a wide back and you slowly narrow waist. It just makes you look broader, makes you look bigger. So I think no matter what, unless you just have a jacked back, you should always, at least one muscle group, try to blow up your back. A lot of pull downs, a lot of pull ups, heavy, time under tension, all those things. When it comes to rep schemes, you should focus hypertrophy, so that's anywhere between 8 to 12 reps, time under tension, but also you should aim to do some power movements. By no means do you have to try to PR every 3-4 weeks, but you're in a surplus. You should try to get stronger. A lot of people focus too much on I want a nice slow controlled tempo for these bent over rows or whatever. That's great. Your muscles are going to grow, but are you getting stronger? So there are times where I play in the 6 to 8 rep range. I do 5x5s once in a while in my lean bulk. You don't have to live by it. For me, it smokes my body. So I can only do it maybe every other program. Programs are usually 6 to 8 weeks. So if you're not doing that, are you getting the most benefits out of your bulk? You're in a surplus. Your energy is going to be at the highest. Why not play around with some heavy weight? The next thing you should do is come up with your programming. So you need to figure out what your schedule is going to be like. Do you need to lift 6 days a week like me? Maybe not, but you should definitely come up with some good splits. Honestly, bodybuilding.com has awesome routines. The breakdowns are really easy. The demonstrations are all there for exercises, but you need to come up with a physical program. Don't just think it's all going to happen in the kitchen. You need to put in work in the gym and eat the right foods when it comes to your nutrition. And that segues into my next topic, and that is watching what you eat. So yeah, cool, you're in a surplus, you're eating more calories, that's great. You probably feel amazing, and it is amazing, because honestly, this cut, I say I love it, but come like week 7 or 8, I'm going to want to cry. And that's just the way it is. So when it comes to your nutrition, you can be a little bit more relaxed. I did not track every single meal, but I did still track probably like 70%. There are other people on the side of the coin that say, oh, when I'm lean bulking, I want to be relaxed. I don't want to be tracking my things. But really, it's great to do that mental break. That's why I only track 70%. In my opinion, if you don't track anything for if your bulk, for me, my bulk was like 7-8 months. If you don't do that, I feel like it's going to be 10 times harder once your cut comes around because you're so used to not having to track anything. And also when you're bulking up, you should still know how many calories you're eating every day. Just like when you're cutting, you should know how many calories you're eating so you're in a deficit. So if you're not tracking your macros and your calories overall, you may not be gaining the right weight in the right progression, meaning you might be gaining too much, or on the other side, you may be calling this a lean bulk, but really you're only eating like 200 calories over your TDEE, total daily energy expenditure, which is how many calories you burn in a day doing everything. So your rate of weight gain isn't going to be anything. And that's the next step. So the next step is, should you weigh yourself? For me, I weighed myself probably every 3 to 4 days. I just wanted to see the scale, if it's moving or anything like that. But I talked about how 180, I wanted to hit 180 on my lean bulk. At the peak of my bulk, I wanted to hit 180. Well, I got to 174 I think the highest weigh-in was like 174.4. It is what it is. In my mind, 180 sounded great. I think of like a solid, solid 180, but it didn't happen, and that's okay. Because if you get too consumed with the weight on the scale and what the scale says, you might do anything it takes to get to that. And some people may say, oh, that's dedication, dude. You said 180, you got to crush your goals. But for me, if I were to try to hit 180, I may be eating more pizzas and consuming more. And really, sure, I hit 180, but I'm a marshmallow. So really, I just wanted to make this exactly what I want it to be, a lean bulk, a building phase. I'll hit 180 soon. Next bulk, it's probably going to happen. I don't have an exact weight in terms of what I want to cut, but same thing when it came to the bulk. I was weighing myself every 3-4 days, but I wanted to judge, one, how the weights were moving, how I was feeling in the gym, and two, how I was looking in the mirror. I was looking bigger, I was looking fuller. So all those things, in my opinion, are the sign of a perfected bulk. You're doing things the right way. You shouldn't aim to be fat. You know what I mean? With muscle comes fat, but if your goal is just to relax and YOLO every food you eat, then you're not going to do it the right way, and you're going to be a forever bulker. And when the cut comes, you're going to go, I want to bulk a little bit longer. So you should always be aware of what you're eating. You could be a little bit more relaxed, but still, most of my meals were not so much plain rice, broccoli, and chicken, but different forms of chicken sandwiches and things like that. I got a little more relaxed. I had some cheeses and whatnot, but I'm actually doing no dairy now, so that will be interesting come my cut. So I'm just a fan of the old school. I feel like if you eat healthy, you'll feel healthy, you'll look healthy, all those things. Your workouts will be better. If you focus on Pop-Tarts and ice cream 24/7 for your bulk, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. And then lastly, when it comes to how long you should bulk, in my opinion, anywhere between 6 to 9 to 10 months is probably a good window. If anything, go closer to 10 months. I just don't feel like you could gain a decent amount of muscle mass in 6 months. You definitely could, but why not just ride it out for a few more months and really get the gains that you want. Take a lot of progress pictures. That's also important for the before and after, because we see ourselves every single day. And that's why I take photos on social media is to not only educate people and motivate my clients and show the world, people who don't even know who I am, but through social media they find me. I do it for myself because I'm looking at pictures, and you'll see my most recent post, or one of my most recent posts depending on when you watch this, but it's a photo of me like transitioning with my abs and stuff like that. And that's when I really started my first bulk, was because I was afraid of losing abs. Like for me, when I was younger, I thought abs are everything, but I've learned that if you eat the right way, you'll get bigger and the abs are still there. But even at the end of the day, if you don't have abs, who gives a shit? They're not gonna, I hate to curse, but who cares? You know what I mean? They're gonna come back. It's just, anything worthwhile is gonna take time and effort, and the abs will be there. So if you're fixated, I don't wanna lose my abs, who cares, man? Do you wanna be bigger? Do you wanna be stronger? Do you wanna be faster? Just elite? That's why I say be strong, be fit, be elite. That's exactly what this channel's about. So do you wanna be that guy? Then you might have to lose your abs for 3 or 4 or 5 months. That's it. That's okay, man. They'll come back. But at the end of the day, guys, I thank you for watching these videos. More will definitely be coming. Short, sweet, and to the point. April 1st starts shredding season. So buckle up. Enjoy the ride. I'm going to be vlogging every step of the way. Until then, guys, thumbs up, subscribe. Check out my Instagram, my website, mattgreenfitness.com. And check me out on Facebook, Matt Green Fitness. As always, thank you for watching, and stay healthy.